Welcome back. The Luzerne Music Center has, since 1980, helped to train the next generation of great musicians. It's a place where skills are learned from some of the best in the business and summertime memories are made. Elizabeth Pitcairn is not only the center's president and artist director, but you also got your start there too, right?
I did.
An alum of the Luzerne Music Center. Welcome to Look News.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here.
We appreciate you stopping by. Let's start with the history of this place. And of course, Lake Luzerne is well known for the Philadelphia Orchestra, musicians spending their summers there when they're in SPAC. So I guess that's where the roots start, right?
It did in 1980. In fact, the founders, Bert Phillips, he was a cellist in the Philadelphia Orchestra, and his wife a pianist. And there was a camp called Camp Tekakwitha, which was a boys' camp starting in 1909 to 1976. And they bought it from the church and turned it into Luzerne Music Center in 1980.
And from there, students have come year after year to not only learn their craft, but also experience summer in Lake Luzerne as well, right?
Yes, we're a very well-rounded music camp. So we have all instruments. We have strings, woodwinds, brass instruments. We have piano division. We even have guitar, piano, and jazz. And the students swim and they play. We have a beach, a lake. So they make lifelong friends. They learn great music. They get taken to SPAC to hear the Philadelphia Orchestra. And they learn a year's worth of work in just 4 weeks.
There's probably nowhere better to do this, having the fact that we have the Philadelphia Orchestra right down the road from Lake Luzerne in Saratoga Springs, and just this area that really can inspire you, correct? Right?
That's an amazing association that's been going on 32 years. We've had about 15 members of the Philadelphia Orchestra in the last week and a half come through our camp and work one-on-one with the students.
I was checking out your website today. There's costs involved to this for the students. I know that you're not-for-profit and always raising money. Talk to me about the costs that are involved for students and what kind of help there is out there for them to be able to come to Lake Luzerne.
Well, thanks to a lot of local companies, particularly the Adirondack Trust Company, who underwrites a lot of scholarships. In fact, they're underwriting our composer in residence, a world-famous composer, John Quigliano, who's coming to the camp. We have a number of scholarships available. Tuition is $4,000 for 4 weeks, so about $1,000 a week, which is quite reasonable for all the private lessons and all the costs involved of running a music camp. But lots of help available from the community. I found all Glens Falls, Saratoga, Lake Luzerne communities to be very supportive of our program.
Where are you drawing students from? Are they coming from across the country, from the Northeast? Where are they coming from?
Well, I'll start with international.
Okay.
Believe it or not, we had students from mainland China, from Shanghai, from Bulgaria, from Colombia, France, Switzerland, Germany, Hawaii, starting with the U.S., and we have a lot of students from California. We have a number of faculty who teach at the Colburn School of Music. We have a number of faculty who graduated from the Curtis Institute and the Juilliard School, the Eastman School of Music. So they are drawing students from all the areas, Albany, Schenectady, Boston, a lot on the East Coast, especially Philadelphia, where I'm from.
When you talk about this, the faculty come from the best of the best. I mean, Juilliard and those schools are the best, and of course this takes a lot of money to do that, and you have a gala coming up.
We do, on Sunday. So it's Sunday, August 12th at 5 p.m., and it's going to be a beautiful musical evening of the kind that you could only put on at a music camp, where you have wonderful students and faculty who are all donating their performances. The whole Luzerne Music Center Symphony will perform, and that's conducted by David Allen Miller, who, believe it or not, is their conductor. He's the conductor of the Albany Symphony.
And there's a couple things you can do here. You can go to the concert, or you could stay and have dinner as well, right? And some dancing.
Right. You could come to the concert for $50, or you could stay for the whole event with jazz and the wonderful dinner and more performances, and that's $150. And you'll get to meet John Quigliano, who is the composer of the Red Violin movie score, the Academy Award-winning score. Some of your listeners may have heard of the Red Violin film, but the composer is actually coming to the camp, and he will be we're featuring his works. And I'm going to perform a piece called The Red Violin Suite from that film score, which uses all of the gypsy themes, and I'll be playing with the whole string section and percussion during that concert on my Stradivarius violin.
And this is a great way to see the students perform that you're supporting during this as well.
Oh yeah, they are working hard for it. They've been practicing for 3 weeks already to get ready for this. It's life-changing for them. And also to work with a living composer, because we wish we could ask Mozart what he meant in that measure.
Yeah.
And here you can, and one day they'll pass it on to their students, who will then be the direct link to the future.
Well, it sounds great. A great location, and we're getting the next generation of musicians right here in Lake Luzerne. Thank you so much, Elizabeth Pitcairn. You are the artist director and the president of the Luzerne Music Center. Thanks for stopping by. Now, you can find out more about the Luzerne Music Center. We have posted a link to their website on our website. That's your place where you can see our conversation for a second time as well. It's looktvonline.com.